Look at this kid 2306. And we back with another run to daylight. Juelz Sanders. Elusive running back. Finish eating this food before I start talking.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see fifth-year quarterback Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans as they take on the new man, Nick Foles, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And
Yep.
he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season. He's already accumulated offensive player
No one's gonna block.
in this young year.
Yeah, week 2
We're out here now.
the announcement came
That's what
Wednesday,
we're doing.
he got that award.
Out here. Out blocking
like we
nothing.
just saw there, that's why they're up right now.
I can understand if there was a screen.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 20, Mariota. Left side here to Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a problem.
Oh, y'all tripping, man.
Yeah, absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches.
Straight going.
If
Y'all
they can get him
really
going
be
the pass,
dropping.
that should open up his running game, too.
Like y'all do. I go backwards.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
When it's time to
The
get
Titans efficient passing on this
down.
drive. There's another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the
You
coaching
make
staff.
a wide receiver right here. I haven't done a wide
Not
receiver.
only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Oh, the air specters on.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Rookie y'all
16
niggas,
yards, a first down.
I'm out here Westbrooking
They
y'all.
better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Sanders.
I don't even know I'm going to do that defensive pass.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line running game imposing its will.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Oh, come on.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
I know you got to run a route.
Second quarter
that route
with 1:59 remaining.
Out of real estate.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming.
Oh, yes.
To the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are able to strike for 6.
That's whack, buddy. I've seen it too many times now.
That was a case of
I'm doing the
practice
jump
making
balls
perfect. Goal line
already.
offense had been their focus while prepping for this one.
Almost as if you go back to training camp, isn't it? You strip it bare, you figure out what you need to make something work on it all week long, and get it done. That's got to feel great for them.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And Sanders now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession.
Yeah, X-Factor on it. You can't break something. Like, this nigga pushed me back there.
Now as they head
He
back
did,
out
but I'm
there.
just saying.
And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
Oh my gosh. What the heck was that?
Notice that you laughed with everyone else.
My press was 8.
Get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side. I missed that. Totally missed it. NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics.
Over the ball.
And they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect them to be autopilot.
That's what I'm talking about. The X-Factor.
That
X-Factor, get off
type
of
of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that.
Get off me.
That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass
with you.
off target, too. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Block was blocked.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mario.
Oh, wide open. Touchdown.
Got a man. It's Humphreys. Touchdown, Tennessee. Adam Humphreys. As the first half is winding down, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering.
And Davis with it left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Quarterback. You the man with the plan, Marcus. Obviously, if you can get that up, if you can get up on them, but usually
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a carry for Sanders. Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a
line for like 2 seconds, bro.
Lead here to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. Mariota on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Let's go.
Josh Allen in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit,
give me the dang on ball.
you need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Like, there might be somebody lurking.
One hallmark of good defense.
My route was
understanding the game.
I didn't want to even run that route. I was going
immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down.
Face mask?
Face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Sanders, and he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the 4th and 2.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders.
Uh-oh, breakaway. Run to daylight. Let's go. Let's go.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes.
When you at 21. Remember we used to do this crap? Oh,
touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
Anyway, we running around the goal line.
That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an F.
Did that though. That was a kid. They had superstar mode.
35. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game,
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone.
I hear now.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Can hear you.
A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
Boy.
Breaks free again. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Oh, everybody's swarming this way, and I was like, so quick. Knock them off their change the direction is not gonna be fast as my change the direction. You're wrong. Athletes in the NFL, they take the field.
We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page
like
on
this.
that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And y'all got to make these.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. On 1st down, it's Sanders. He's going to be dropped following a pick up.
And a lot of people like
the 30 to the 32.
Eagles.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving.
How it is. Keep them young. Keep them.
Would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead. You love that, don't you?
No doubt about it.
That's just how the NFL is done.
4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are moving and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call
one
pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
I mean,
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
There's a bunch of people that got 2,000 yards on that list. Like OJ, I think one of the first. And my quarterback's not necessarily a scheme fit, but my wide receiver is a scheme fit. Defensive tackle is one too. The record. See, that's what I'm looking for. Season. And that's what I was thinking of. Eric Dickerson was one. AP. Jamal Lewis. That's another big wide receiver too. I mean, big running back in the day. Yeah, Barry Sanders, Terrell Davis, Chris Johnson, O.J. Simpson. It had to be O.J. was the first. The juice is loose. That's the funny part about it. He did something so bad or didn't do or whatever he went. I'm convinced he did it, to be honest with you. Yes. There's a lot of crazy stuff that went on in that. If you watch documentaries and just different stuff like that, it's like, dang. Whatever. Like, he don't get talked about as an NFL great. Crap. And the funny part is he had already been pretty much retired by that time. Like, black people gotta realize, man, just because the general population or white people start you above everything and stuff like that. Because OJ pretty much said he wasn't black. He OJ. I'm like, nigga, don't do that. As soon as you do something wrong.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Oh, yeah, they know. Oh. I was in it. So, did you expect somebody? Good point about that. I don't know what.
All right, gentlemen, you must have had your oats this morning because today was a great practice. The coaching staff, we can't ask for much more. You guys consistently do that, we're going to win a lot of ball games.
The debt that he was in after that, I was like, come on. I'm like, for someone to never be able to play. I love that nigga though, for sure. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, black people especially gotta realize that crap. And we've had numerous examples, and y'all still mess up in front of the eyes of the public like that. And it's like, bro, they don't love you like that. You can't get away with just anything. Keep your nose clean.
Hey everybody, it's
all basketball, whatever you guys.
This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see
average person too. I'm just saying,
Mariota
like,
and the Tennessee Titans as they match up with a former league MVP, Matt Ryan, and the Atlanta Falcons.
Quick to want to throw you away.
With that, let's get up to Atlanta. We're standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we
it's
are
not
pleased
about,
as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the
possibly they need to be punished
here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you're starting to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they've got to be pleased with a start to the season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Every situation is different.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the
punt. But I'm not going to be late.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will get the football at their 20. The 5th-year quarterback Marcus Mariota ready to lead the Titans. Mariota still looking for his first 16-game
season. From doing
he packed on a few pounds in the offseason this year. Said he hopes to add a little durability and stay healthy throughout. Mariota and the Titans bring the first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run at Sanders. And he's going to get
I'm capable of doing something wrong, too. I did something wrong today. I did something wrong yesterday.
The numbers for Sanders last week, just downright unbelievable.
He's clean.
Amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. Now Sanders, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20.
Edge, let's go.
Number. 20 points scored.
Ran that route almost
You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It showed on the whole route. Sometimes y'all show read. When I be making my little short, I'll show the live action of.
Let's go, dude.
Especially when I'm doing 2K. Live action.
First down. Sanders.
Yeah.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Make a video clip of that.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's first and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they toss that wide to Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
Hey, Marcus.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Some people play these games
and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup.
Put us down a lot, especially.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more in this game. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 47. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. He's still fighting forward. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he gets this.
But I have broke away, and you didn't even let me on.
A gain of 13.
I'm saying the momentum sometimes be hindering you from.
A perfect example right there, Charles. I love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You
I understand it happens in the game, but sometimes like I'm talking about skills.
What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Oh, come on. That's what I'm talking about. I got my feet, and you still was able.
He's a reigning
able to get
player
that.
of the week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted.
I was able to gather my feet. They didn't even give me, like,
route running. That's what makes him so dangerous,
try to get that.
because
That
no matter
touchdown.
what is presented defensively,
And he will take this one for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Oh, I was way off.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Block on me.
That's taken on the 25.
Get in.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
I'll let them auto-correct every single time, man. Like I said, the range of motion, yeah, I understand, but dang,
he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, but he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to run.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there,
you
need to be a little bit more careful.
Fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Mariota. Pass caught left side by Humphries. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mariota again. And his pass incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few
Hotline, you throw it to the person and now
unable to connect on that one.
He's running that way.
A lot of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
God dang it, man. You get
creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a lot
of gain yardage, bro.
A safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. A second broken tackle. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Mariota. Into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
On screen, you know they're going to bring the heat.
Effort there.
Regardless, because nobody's blocking.
The first half is winding down, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It was so timed right, and
no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
He hitting out here.
For one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game,
I know what play I picked.
I was like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of gum.
And he got another one.
On first down, Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another run here with Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit
of
keep away.
I'll eventually watch it.
That's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
The WNBA one. I did it, though.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking.
Oh, come on. Well, we got the clock catching.
He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Oh, it is.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been so good on third down all day long. And he gets it.
Here we go. Yes.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
We took some clock off.
3-yard touchdown
Not
run.
much, man. We took
And
some.
the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
That's all that matters.
And he's gone 2-2 on us now. At 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one
now you gotta pay
or the
me
other.
like Todd Gurley.
The best ones,
like
able to run it.
Yeah, I don't understand. Wow, it's like as much as
On first down, Sanders. And running with power here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45.
Better because they've had time to develop also, and they don't stay on the field.
Play, a good one. Give him 19. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20
well
for this
rested
defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments,
top
but
5?
This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense,
I understand you got to pay Dak. I understand you got to pay
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Reason why Dak's able to be a little bit more efficient.
Another run with Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little
we know Alice can go.
Partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity,
almost every season
usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter,
you're
coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 12 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Luckily for Zeke and Todd Gurley, they were already getting
shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
To my eyes, deceiving me, is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the
this
offseason
is who we drafted. Somebody like a Juelz Sanders
in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Another
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Running a route too early or something?
And it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they turn to Sanders. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. How about about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. 3 plus 2, 5 total.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
That.
45.
Huh?
Go, go, go. 45.
On first down.
Yeah, he's already in the booth, so what does it matter, right?
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
Falcons going to use their 3rd and
different
final
once you're in the booth.
timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
If you got away with not knowing 3 plus 2, you're already in the booth.
Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 6-yard.
At that point, you would try to elevate your line, though.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. Happened in college, and how about in the NFL?
My career.
The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it
Tom simulating games, right? Like with baseball is different.
What year was that?
That's probably the only legit one.
I think it was in November.
I'm pretty sure. I would, just because. Hello.
So this
was the only my career that you can
victory.
actually.
And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very
elevate
clean game. No turnovers by
start
either
off
side.
low.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball
ain't got
away.
no choice.
Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Tennessee, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The Jaguars game wasn't close because they let me break off two runs in the second half. That? I like this too, man. 2K sometimes used to do that too, though. Would rank you on where you are among everybody else. I mean, it's whatever, you know. It's just that it's kind of an narcissistic thing for when you play my career, basically. Because I'm always looking at my stats and stuff like that. Traits. For all his hits, covers the ball. Dang. So, ain't gonna be too many fumbles. Spoiler alert. Predictable player. He's a running back. Y'all need to stop with this predictable player crap. They say the same thing with my quarterback. I mean, that's a little bit more valid because he's a quarterback. And you really do build tendencies. But a running back, what, you're going to do a drive, you're going to do a slam, you're going to do a pitch, you're going to do a counter. You're running when you do a route. You don't get the post routes, you don't get the corner routes unless they actually put you on the line and you're like 5 wide or you're in shotgun or something like that. So I mean, A running back can easily be predictable. Can you stop him? Is more of a valid question, or more of a, you know what I mean? See what I mean? God, dog, he's a late first rounder, and my total salary is $3 million over 3 years. But I make $750K. If they're if they're accurate, like obviously my player doesn't really matter. They're accurate to contracts are accurate, like like it is what it's compared like it is in real life. Dang, he's still making more than me. When you get drafted, second round. I thought so. I was like, what the heck? Really? Wow. Okay. He got 4 years though, so that's why. Dang. Still though, it's not a lot regardless. Oh yeah, this is his contract here. That's why the Bears try to get rid of him. But when's better for? If you play Matt, and you gotta play the one, watch out for Cohen, the baller. In this game, it's hard to keep up with the loose. That's how he. I mean, it's hard to tap. It's hard to get him down. So you watch out for that, man. Do this practice.
Let's go, let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Got a big game this week.
Hustle. All spit time doing that when you know they. Quarterback be having like.
Ready, blue ready. Black it. Set, blue ready. Black it. Set, blue 18. Ready. Set, blue 80. Blue 80. Set, blue 180. Set, blue 180. Set, blue 80. Black it up. Set, get up.
Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Today was great. You guys went out there and executed flawlessly. You keep practicing like that, we are going to win a lot of ball games this year.
So, whatever that is. Don't press the loose back so quickly and look at the other items. I need to go power back, but man, whatever. I'm trying to. Getting the ball to myself a lot. Anyway. Right, that's the end of my broadcast for this edition of the player, Juelz Sanders, named after Juelz Santana. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. AOKid2306 is the YouTube channel, and AOKid exclusive is my Twitch channel. And I'm out.